In this demo video, we will cover a transaction with a customer that has joined the loyalty program. To start the transaction, you click the large button on the left side of TORO. This is the prompt for your employee to put in their 4-digit code to log in. Next, we would ask the customer for their name or input it if you know it. Alternatively, we can input their full phone number or just the last 4 digits. This will load the loyalty customer account. We can see that Nick is a lounge member. His locker number is 22. Also his email and reward points. In this case, he is 1 point from receiving his next loyalty reward. However, if we saw that Nick was 30 points from his next loyalty reward, then we would let him know if he picked out 2 cigars to grab a 3rd cigar to receive his loyalty reward. We can also see his loyalty reward history and all of his active coupons. In the top right, we can see some account statistics. This is very valuable information if you are a shop that helps the customers with their selection. We can see that Nick spends an average of $11.01 over the course of last year per cigar. We get 2 different items that we can recommend to him. The number 1 item is his top purchased cigar over the last year. This will be displayed in red, yellow, or green. It will be displayed in red if the item costs less than his average and his reminder item. If the color is yellow, then it is more than his average, however, less than the reminder item. Finally, if green, then this is a great item for him to purchase because it is more than his average and reminder item. So we would want that cigar to remain his number 1 item. In this case it is red, which means that we need to work on moving him to a new cigar. This is the cigar bringing his average down. The reminder item is very valuable to increasing your sales. The reminder item is a cigar that was in the top 10 items this past year and is trending down or already out of his top 10 today. The important trait about the reminder item is that it will always cost more than the customer's average. Essentially, we are reminding him of something that he used to smoke often but will help us bring his average up at the same time. Also, we show how long it has been since they have had each cigar. In this case, you can see that we have not sold him his number 1 item for 64 days. Also, earlier today he purchased the Zoos. We tell our customers that we have this information available to them. As we know, most guys who smoke cigars fall in love with a cigar they smoke. Then the cigar becomes old to them, so they look for something new. Rarely do they look for a new regular rotation cigar that costs more than what they are currently spending. Our customers will ask us what their reminder item is, and is great because they are upselling themselves without knowing it. The favorites button contains the details about what this customer is purchasing most often. TORO has full security built into it, so only employees with admin or manager status can view this window. Every window and button in TORO has a security layer where you define who can access. In this window, we can see every cigar he has smoked this last year, even if only purchased once. The bottom table groups his purchases by brand. We can see the first and last time he purchased the item. This cigar, we can see that he had for the first time in March of 23 and the last time he purchased it was in June of 23. It has been 276 days since he last purchased. If we see a high-dollar item in his top cigars that has been over 30 days, we might recommend that cigar to him to keep his average moving in the right direction. The quick date buttons load the respective time ranges. We can load the last 30 days or last 6 months. The product types that you are viewing can be adjusted. You can adjust the date range to a specific range. We will look at all time for our regular customers and see if there is something that has been a long time that they haven't had. As mentioned, any employee with admin or any manager access level can see this window. The View Customer Statistics button is set to only admin and general manager access level can view this information. These statistics tell us everything about the customer. We can see he has had 8 transactions in the last 30 days. We can see his takeout versus stay ratio, how much money he spent, how many items he's bought, items per day, items per transaction, retail per item, retail per day, and so on. Being able to see the total discounts is great because sometimes people wonder if their membership is worth what they are paying. Nick's membership is $70 and he has saved $142 this month. So we can show definitively that his membership is paying off. In our dashboard reporting, we have a report that uses all of those statistics. You can load all of your customers or a defined subset. We can pick 2 time frames to compare as well. The report could show you which customers are trending up or down in each statistic for the last 6 months versus the last 30 days. From this data, a SMS campaign can be created and you can message those trending down with a coupon to get them to come in more often, or a thank you message with a coupon to those trending up. The 2 statistics that we watch are the average retail per item and average retail per day. So in the last 6 months, his retail per item is $10.83 and $14.64. In the last 30 days, his average is $11.34 and $24.56. We will then assign 3 customers to each manager to reach out to each month that are trending down. This allows us to focus our outreach and maximize our time. The goal is to get them to buy more often or raise their average. TORO will also show you any upcoming important dates for a customer. We can quickly note that his birthday is in 3 days and he will be 53 years old. Next, we will go into account details. This is all of the other information we have gathered about Nick. We can set the customer interface PIN number and their locker number. We can deactivate the account. We can send them a text message or opt them out of text messaging. We can add a billing and shipping address. These are automatically populated if they place an order in our TORO integrated e-commerce site. On the right, we have account privileges. You can have as many different discount levels as you want. Note that we break out the accounts for fire, police, and military. This is done so that we can do a text message campaign to a specific type of customer. So on Veterans Day, we can message just the military customers if we want. Each level can have different discounts assigned to it. Nick is a customer that receives 10% off all cigars. Below that, we can set the loyalty rewards program for this particular customer. You can have multiple programs in your store. We only have one setup for this store. This allows you to have a tiered loyalty rewards program or maybe a specific loyalty rewards program for a specific type of customer. For example, we have a police officer that owns a store and his fellow officers get a different rewards program than everybody else. Or you can turn off the loyalty rewards for the customer if you want. Next, we have account tags. Nick has 3 account tags. We can tell he has done an online store pickup, he is a member, and he is interested in Fight Club. We have a survey feature built into TORO where you can ask a question at the end of a transaction to your customer, and based on their response it can automatically tag the account. We did a survey asking if they were interested in UFC or boxing, and if they said yes, then they are tagged as Fight Club. We also did a survey to see which customers like chess. If we want, we can go in and manually add a tag as well to add Nick to the chess club. A common thing in the cigar industry is to say that we all have this one thing in common. We love cigars, and that is our common denominator between all of us. While this is true, helping identify things that customers have in common directly correlates to more sales. For example, our shop had a Tuesday and a Thursday group of guys that are retired. I hung out with each group to see if I could figure out what they were interested in. I found out that the majority in each group likes to play chess. So we started a chess club. Chess club plays on Wednesday. Now we have Tuesday guys finally talking to Thursday guys and vice versa. And we're seeing them not just come in on their original day, but instead coming on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Ultimately, this is a way to group your customers together based on the different hobbies or things they like and then do events based on these items. Once you have a set of customers, you can send a text message campaign to those with a matching account tag. General account notes will allow you to take notes about something you need to remember about the customer. As you can see, we have some pretty important dates. His account anniversary is the date that he joined the Loyalty Rewards program. We've captured his anniversary, his wife's birthday, and his birthday. We also captured that he's a father. Collecting these dates is valuable to the customer and to our business. For the customer, they receive a birthday text message with a coupon for his top cigar. On their anniversary or spouse's birthday, we send them a reminder that you can customize. At our store, we send a text message that says today is your anniversary. Do not come to the lounge. Finally, on Mother's Day and Father's Day, we send out a text message as well. All of these text messages are automatic and there is nothing you need to do. For the store, this has become a major revenue stream that we never expected. We have an automatic gift registry. Nick has added a few items to his registry and these are noted with a white background. The gray items are ones that TORO automatically identifies each month for you. TORO will find the 3 most expensive cigars that he has bought more than once this year. And they get added to his wish list in the form of a box. Now that we have this information, we can send out an email to his wife and kids letting them know that we have items on his gift registry and to stop by, and we will help them pick out a gift on his anniversary, his birthday, Father's Day, and Christmas. This produces more revenue than we could have imagined. Pop-up notes at the start of a transaction is another function that allows you to get a reminder on the customer's next transaction. For example, they will get a notice that the customer forgot their lighter. SMS arrival notification is another type of notification for when someone is doing a transaction. In this example, I have tagged my members and then when they are at the store doing a transaction I will receive a text message notifying me with whatever notes are included. This allows you to always stay connected to your shop even when you are not there. In the bottom right you can view the customer's virtual gift card balance. There is also an account on hold limit. This allows you to give a credit limit to an account of how much the customer is allowed to go negative with your store. In this window, we can add and remove credit cards that they want to store on file with you. You can see here that Nick has 2 credit cards on his account. In addition, he has a billing schedule where we bill him monthly for his membership automatically. Next we will look at the SMS enrollment. This is where you will subscribe your customers to your text messaging. This will allow them to receive your text message campaigns and coupons from the Loyalty Rewards program. TORO is fully TCR compliant with age verification and double opt-in. We are the first Loyalty Rewards program to be integrated with text messaging and to get all of our stores fully registered. Back to the transaction. As you can see here is the note that we placed in the pop-up notes section. We will now scan a barcode to add an item to the transaction. Different from the basic transaction demo, you can see a few different things happen. First, we can see that this item receives a 10% discount that we placed on his account. Also, we can see that we were not prompted for his identification because the birthday was pulled from his account. Next, we can add a payment to the transaction. We have a few more options than the basic transaction. We can use his virtual gift card balance to pay for the transaction. We could use the card on file that we showed earlier to make a payment. We can select either card. This allows your customers to not have to pull out their wallet to complete a transaction. If we do cash, then it will round the transaction up 50 cents and put that 50 cents on his virtual gift card. The final question is staying versus takeout, so the transaction goes into the proper bucket for reporting. Finally, we can send him a text message, email, and/or print a receipt. This completes a customer transaction.